What's going on, guys? We're back with another subscriber requested course today in the backyard simulator. Today we are in Westmeath, Ireland, courtesy of the subscriber by the name of Plant a Ring Dean Gannon. Not sure if that's a product or a project or something you're associated with, but this is his or her, I'm assuming his local course, he said. So we are playing Mount Temple Golf Club. And again, Westmeath, Ireland. So we'll see. There was only two options of tee boxes here. It was either men's or women's. So I'm thinking with the limited tee box options, this is going to be a tad easier than some of the courses we played. Comparing this to the top 59 holes, which are a little bit easier, versus the championship PGA Tour schedule type courses. I'm hoping this is closer towards the top 59 hole difficulty wise, so it's always nice to come out here and not get punished for some super bad shots and actually put up a decent score. So got the Garmin Approach R10 behind me set up, Country Club Elite mat that you see with the ball on, some 10x7 nets, and then this is Home Tee Hero within the Garmin Golf app for the simulator software. So we're gonna get into it. First hole is a par 3, so I can put the driver away. Dean, you'll have to let me know if this is your local course. I'm assuming you've played here a good amount of times. What kind of scores you usually put up here. Hoping I don't embarrass myself and I can at least have some decent shots, if not a decent score by the end of this. I'm thinking, with only the two tee boxes, like I was saying, I'm hoping it's not going to be like bogey golf difficulty wise. So I'm hoping basically 9 or 10 over, and pretty much that's the upper range, and hopefully to be, my goal for this is to be closer to even par once we're done with the 18 holes, but we'll see. It all starts with this first tee shot here. So we got 129 up 3, so 132. It's gonna be pretty much a smooth pitching wedge. See if we can get off to a good start. Hopefully I don't have to wake up the R10 too many times. Popped it up. Not ideal. Should probably be able to hit the green the vast majority of the times from 132 yards, but we did not that time. So see if we can make up for it. Salvage a par if we put this in the inner circle. We've got 17 yards up one, so it's going to stop a little bit. It's not going to be a whole lot of rollout when it hits. We need 18 yards. Probably play closer to 19. Gonna go 60 degree. Hoping worst case scenario here we get it on the green for a bogey, if not that inner circle for a par here. Should be decent. And I believe that will be a par. I think we're just on the inner circle, and it is. All right. At least we didn't put ourselves in a massive hole like we usually do off the first couple tee boxes. We'll take the par to start. Second hole, par 4. We got this tree right here, right in the landing area. We're gonna aim a little bit up there to the right of it, I think, but then we got trees over there, so maybe right about there. 375. See what happens with the first driver swing here. That was hit decent. Sprayed it out to the right. Hopefully it comes back a little. Trees unfortunately killed it, but basically 270. What was that? 265-ish on the fly into the trees. We'll take that. That was actually hit not terrible. As for these trees, I don't know. Oh, we're right behind it. If you guys look closely, I believe, it kind of gets transparent when you're around them, but I believe we're right behind the base of this tree. So I have no idea. There's a very high likelihood, no matter what I do here, I don't think I can go around it. very high likelihood no matter what I do here, it's just gonna bounce off the base of this tree. So I guess I'm gonna play it a little bit longer. So if I had a clear shot here, it'd be 113, right, moved it a little bit, so 108 up one, so 109 plus another 10 yards. We're looking right around 120. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more to that because we're gonna hit this tree and who knows what happens. So I'm just gonna take a full swing with the pitching wedge. Gotta love it. Actually hit a not horrendous tee shot and then into the trees, and this is gonna lose. This could potentially be a 2 or 3 stroke type of ordeal with these trees. Yeah, 1 yard. We might have to do that again too. 2 yards, right off the base of the tree. Did we get past it? Are we just left of it now maybe? I think we need to do that again. So, gotta take a little bit off. I'm gonna choke down about a ½ an inch on the pitching wedge this time. We don't need quite as much. Hopefully, this goes through here. Decent swing. Might actually be too much. It's a nice soft bounce, we like that. So, kind of a waste of a stroke there, but grab some Gatorade quick. Third hole, par 4, 323. We got some trees pretty close here. This is an interesting line it's having us take. This seems like a pretty tough dogleg in real life. So I think we're gonna aim. Looks like no matter what we do, we're gonna have some tree trouble. So might as well aim a little bit there, take a little bit more of an aggressive line, and if we hit trees, we hit trees. I'm not a massive fan of laying up on par 4s and par 5s. I probably should. I've talked about it. Ideally, or the smart move, course management wise, would probably just be like a 200 or less layup shot to the left, but what fun is that? We're not playing for money. That was hit decent. Hopefully it has enough height on it to get over those trees. I think we clipped the first one. Tough times. Now we gotta do it again. We gotta go over about, I don't know if we're not getting over those. I'm gonna have to go left here. We can get over probably those first two. Maybe, I don't even know if I can get it up and over this first one, but that third tree, it looks like, or fourth tree, I don't know, the taller one, we'll probably go right into that. But we've got 152 where I'm aiming, plus we need another 15 on top of that because we're in the rough. So 167-ish. I think I'm gonna go 8 iron. I pulled it back a little bit, so that's kind of aiming front left of the green. 8 iron, usually about 170, 175 on course. I'm gonna try to open it up a little bit, maybe put a little bit of on purpose slice. Kind of bend it, curve it around these trees a little bit if we can. Really heavy. That's what I get for trying to get fancy with it. I can't even hit straight shots, let alone try to start shaping the ball. That was a not so hot idea. Always pretty humbling when you see those guys that they make it look so easy out there, shaping the ball left and right. Even not even pros, just guys you see on like social media, shaping the ball left and right on command. Sometimes some pretty massive like slinging left and right and whatnot, and you think you can go out there, oh, I could do that, and you go and try and do it, and you can't even hit it straight majority of the time, let alone try to do that on command. So just tells me I got a long way to go, skill-wise and improvement-wise, but it's a good and a bad thing. 34 up 1, need 35 yards. I'm gonna go 56. A little bit heavy and a little bit right. And by good and bad, I mean obviously bad because it means that I'm not nearly as good as I would like to be skill level-wise, but good because it means there's a lot of improvement, hopefully, in the future, and something to look forward to and something to work towards. So, fourth hole, par 5. Could use a nice open tee shot and landing area. Looks like we might have it this time. House hit a little bit better, tad off the heel and still a little bit low, but it should be in the fairway, I believe. .263, didn't get all of it, but we're out there. See if we can get that ball rolling a little bit. Makes golf a lot more enjoyable, a lot easier. Take some stress and some pressure off the other shots if you can at least put something anywhere from 250 plus out into the fairway. 209. It's aiming us 198 up 1. I think I'm gonna try the 4-iron. 200 is about my 5-iron distance. 210, 215 is about the 4, but I don't hit my 4 as good as my 5. So we shall see. I used to use this club. Honestly, I probably improved a good amount before Garmin changed these settings, because if you guys recall for the earlier videos on the channel, I used to have to hit 4-iron because everything was about 20 yards short. I have to hit 4-iron a lot more than I usually would. A little bit low, kind of to the right. Not too bad though. Hopefully that's a +2. And the 4-iron, that was also before I got the hybrids, which I use a lot now, and I do like. Hey, we'll take the bird. All right. Fifth hole, par 4. 381. We got a slight dog leg, maybe more than a slight dog leg left. We're gonna aim right about there. It's funny, golf-wise, it's a sport where you can put hours and hours, years and years, and it still takes. There's really no such thing as a perfect golf. Even Tiger Woods or anyone that you think, any of the GOATs, can still get better, unless you're essentially, perfect golf would be a hole-in-one on every hole, which is darn near impossible. So there's always room for improvement, but it's very much so a slow improvement, incremental type sport where you take you know, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, 1 step back, and then 4 steps back, 1 step forward kind of thing. Sometimes you don't even notice if you're improving or not, but as the seasons go by and the shots and all the rounds go by, sometimes you look back and notice what you're doing now versus what you were doing. Still off the heel again and low, but that's similar to the other one. If I had to guess, anywhere between 250 and 270. 252. I don't know if we caught that tree or not. I just know the way those come off, they're a little bit lower, so without launching them to where I want to, you're not gaining as much distance as you could be. Alright, we're in the rough. I think we're clear of these trees. Hopefully we're just in front of them to the right. So we're going to need to add 10%, but we've got 132 up 1, so it's going to, I don't know if that 1 yard of slope is closer to the ball or closer to the green. Either way, we need 133 plus call it another 13 or 14. So that's 143, 146, 147 maybe. I'm going to go 9 iron. That's kind of in between strong pitching wedge, soft 9, closer to the soft 9, so gonna be majority of the time a better shot, better swing with a little bit more club and not try to clobber it. Swung up on it, I popped that up. Hopefully that catches the front side of the green, just barely. I swung up on it and I played that too far. Probably part of the reason I played that without thinking about it. I have a habit of playing pretty much all my shots, all my clubs too far to my front foot, which exacerbates the swinging up on the ball and popping them up. I need to remember, especially some of the lower irons or higher irons like 8 iron through pitching wedge and wedges, to play them more towards the middle if not back of my stance. 6th hole par 4, relatively straight line that it's given us here, straight hole as well, so, and down 7 yards, so we're gonna add basically, if we hit one decent here, 7 yards on top of whatever we hit, which is nice. I'll take that versus hitting up 7 yards. Pulled that one to the left, at least to start. Got some better distance out of it though. Alright, 60 yards. Plus call it another 6 or 7 since we're in the rough, so we need right around 66, 67 or so. I'm gonna go 52 degree. Hopefully we get the green here. Ideally in that inner circle. That's probably gonna be short left. I hit that heavy. A waste of a stroke. 16 yards, 60 degree. Might be a little short as well. Straight though. Grab some Gatorade. I don't know why I feel the need to announce that. Obviously you guys know if I'm walking away from the camera and you probably hear me picking up the bottle and drinking, obviously. That's what I'm doing, but alright, now we're hitting up 11 yards, so this is going to play 10-11 yards shorter than what we actually hit here, so we can use some extra distance if we can put something towards the middle of the club face here with a halfway decent swing. It's crazy how even just if you're able to find the middle of the club face the majority of the time, you don't even need that great of a swing, swing speed wise, or you know, trying to like put one out there. If it, generally speaking, you'll be able to hit them as far if not further if you're just hitting the middle of the club face every single time versus actually swinging faster at it. Sprayed that one to the right. Hopefully it comes back a little. Felt myself sway on that one. Trying to eliminate, at least on my driver swing, that lateral sway with my hips. I'm trying to, with the knee bend, get more rotation versus the lateral sway. Kind of a bad habit I picked up, trying to get more of my body weight behind the ball and through the ball. 112. Plus we need another, call it 11, 12 yards. So 124-ish. Should be just a slightly choked down pitching wedge. Maybe half an inch, 3/4 of an inch or so. That was good contact on that one, but I didn't swing super hard, so it's probably going to be short. Gotta love it. You make good contact and then you don't swing enough at it. Another wasted stroke. 19 yards. I'm gonna go 60 degree. A little bit left. Hopefully it's not too long. That was a little bit thin. Just inside that +1, we'll take that. Eighth hole, par 3. 193, down 8. So we're looking at 185, which is dead in the middle between a 7 and a 6. Probably makes more sense to go with the 6. Low and a little bit left. Might get there though. Honestly, that felt low. That actually wasn't terrible. 193 yards, that's right around, that's actually a little bit. Usually I play my 6-iron to 190, so that was 3 yards further. Granted, the rollout is a little bit subjective, but my point in saying that is I made sure I played that one a little towards the middle of my stance. It feels like my back foot because I have such a habit of playing it towards my front, which it wasn't. That was even probably closer to middle, if not even front middle, but it felt like back. But the point is, I think that felt lower. That could actually be more of an optimal launch angle and trajectory for that iron, and it just feels like it's low compared to what I've been hitting the past couple of years. Not really sure. Those are the kind of things would be nice to have someone of a either a golf pro or a teaching professional, whatnot, kind of look at, and he or she would know right off the bat. Me, it's more of a guessing game, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are too, that kind of are self-taught and try to fix things as you can. All right, 9th hole, par 4, short par 4 as well, 242, and it's down 4. So that should be right in the wheelhouse of my 4 hybrid off the deck. Usually I've been playing this is still relatively new, this hybrid, all my hybrids, but generally I've been playing this to about 240. Hit it a little bit thin and I really flush one, it goes further, a little bit further than that, and I hit it fat, a little bit shorter, but should be relatively close here depending. Hit that one decent. Might be a little long if anything. And it is. That was hit pretty good. Sometimes I found that I get sometimes even more distance with that 4 versus the 3, probably just due to that extra loft. I can get it started and up in the air. It's a little bit easier to hit. That's 254, I think that was. That's generally what I try to play towards my 3 hybrid. But I don't hit that one as consistently, it seems like, as the 4, which is kind of strange. 16 yards, down 1, so this is going to roll out just a tad, plus we need to call it another 2 yards. So 17, probably play closer to 16 yards with that little bit of rollout. I'm going to go 60 degree. Popped it up, but we didn't need a whole lot. It was a little bit left. All right. And honestly, although we pulled that tee shot with that 4 hybrid a little bit, we ended up with a bird because that was a short par 4, but I'll take being long like that all day long and hitting it well versus you know, clubbing up one and not hitting one as good. You guys get the idea. 10th hole, par 4. So the front 9 we ended up even, not too bad. This looks like a very tricky layout, at least tree wise on this one. I don't know why it's aiming us there on a par 4. Well, I guess that's why, because I can't go there with the trees. So I take that back. 233. Can we blast driver? It's up 12. I think I'm gonna hit driver that way. Maybe a little bit, like right there. Try to draw it a little bit. We're up 13, so that's gonna take off. That's gonna play closer to 257. Could probably, and a probably smarter move, would just see if I can hit that 4 hybrid again good up towards there, or even the 3. But these are the type of holes where in between driver and those, there's not, in my opinion, a whole lot of difference like consistency wise, so I could probably get closer if I turn this one over a little bit with the driver. I started it right. I don't think it's coming back. Well, it's a little bit further than we wanted to be that way, but we're pretty close to pin high. We got 72 yards, down 7. So I don't know if that slope is more towards the green or towards me. Either way, it's probably going to roll out a good amount, I would think. But we need the 10% because we're in the rough. So that's pretty much going to eliminate somewhat. We're at 70 yards, so 10% would be 7 yards. It's going to eliminate the slope a little bit. So I think we're right around that 72 number. I'm going to play it probably closer to 70. I'm going to go 52. See if we can get a little lucky here. I hit it thin into the right. Short game. All the strokes. That's where you're gonna either gain or lose the majority of those strokes for the scorecard wise. Putting in wedges. 16 yards, down 1, plus 2. We need right around 17. It's gonna roll out just a tad. Luckily, this is a par 4, I think, yeah. A little bit left, that might be a little long. Honestly, it is kind of cool on something like that, even just a short, somewhat delicate shot like that. I felt like I pulled it a little bit left and I hit it a little bit too hard, and it was like a yard left and a yard long, which is kind of cool to pretty much right on the money reflect what you thought you did. Who knows in real life? Granted, it's again, I've mentioned it, pretty much budget towards the bottom line, or bottom of the end of launch monitor, so who knows if that's even accurate, if that's actually what happened there. I won't really know unless I somehow get money for a GC quad or TrackMan. th hole, par 5. Looks relatively straight. We got a lot of room to the right by the looks of it, so we're gonna aim a little bit there. 309, down 9, so we're gonna get almost 10 yards here of extra distance. Let's see if I can do a similar swing to last time. Start it a little bit right, but then bring it back just a little. That was a decent swing. And just hung it out. I hit it decent again, but I hung it out. So that was about 270 without the slope. 221, plus we need 20. Let's see, we'll go 4 hybrid again. That should be right around that 240 number to the pin. A little bit lower and a little bit more left. That was off the heel, but should get relatively close. We will take that. Might have to start kind of similar to what I do with my 4-iron and 5-iron. Might have to start leaning more towards that 4 hybrid, like 75% of the time, then only take out the 3 hybrid when I really need that extra distance. Seems like at least today I'm hitting that one a good amount better. Makes sense with that extra loft. Same thing, that's the same logic with the 4 and 5 irons. But then it doesn't make sense because it goes kind of back down consistency wise with the 5 hybrid, at least it seems like. So I don't know, that theory might go out the window right there. 12th hole, par 4. We're 1 under now, we'll take that. Up 8, so we're gonna lose some distance here, but still feel like I gotta do a good amount of work with my driver. Possibly change equipment a little bit, or change definitely some things with my swings. Kind of frustrating when I'm hitting at times that 4 hybrid off the deck like 250 when I really hit one good, and then this thing is only about 270, 280 or whatever. Seems like I should be getting more out of this driver with a comparable, almost the same swing. That was a little bit better. That wasn't as far right, at least. Kind of low though. .124 up 3, so we're at 127. It's gonna be probably 80-85% or so on the pitching wedge here. Gonna choke down about an inch. That was thin and way right. Killing myself with these approach shots. The greens and regulation number is going to be abysmal on this one. .24 yards, plus we need another 2 or 3, so right around 27. That's kind of in between my 60 degree and 56, so I'm going to go 56. Play closer to a 30-yard shot, just take a little bit off of it. It was straight, kind of low. there goes the red numbers. I think we're back to even. Thirteenth hole, par 4. Looks like we're going right into a tree. Grab some Gatorade and think about this. Alright, it's aiming us right at it, so I would think that means we can get up and over it, but we could go there, we could go in between them. Probably a smarter play to aim. Yeah, we'll aim up there. Started right again. It's not super far right, but I don't know if that's going to come back a whole lot. 280 though. Right along these trees. I don't know if we're going to catch these. It looks like we might catch this big one actually. Once it gets up, it might take some of it off of there, but I don't want to add a whole lot and be 10, 15, 20 yards long. So we've got 150 down 5, so we need 145, then plus call it another 15. So we're right at 155, 160. That should be smooth 9-iron territory. It was straight, but I caught it heavy. That might be just a tad short. Not sure if we caught those trees. I think we might have. That was short, but that was probably like a 140-yard shot, so I'm assuming we clipped a little bit of that tree. I think that went further, unless that was a misread. That went further than 129. 121. Or 21 rather, down 1, so it's going to roll out just a tad. So we're at 20 yards, plus call it another 2 since we're in the rough. So right around 21, 22 it's probably going to play like. I'm going to go 60 degree. Heavy again. Hopefully that gets there. I don't understand some of these wake ups. Some of them I get if I'm doing too many waggles or whatever, if it doesn't like it over the ball, or if I'm talking my face off and take a while in between shots, but we literally just hit the shot and then it has to wake up. So there's clearly some bugginess with the R10. Hopefully they figured that out. And I know I'm not the only one that's experienced that. 14th hole. Luckily, I probably shouldn't even say it, but luckily there hasn't been a whole lot of water here that we have to deal with, so our luck it'll be 15th or 18th, it'll probably just be all filled with water. But score-wise and difficulty-wise, it is nice when you don't have a bunch of ponds and lakes and rivers and streams and whatnot to have in the back of your mind when you're trying to hit shots. Caught the tee on that one. That wasn't super clean. Not terrible though. Man, do I envy you guys that. Granted, my driver, I don't think my driver's terrible. I don't know if any of my, I mean, granted, I'm not saying that everything is great, because it's clearly not, but I don't think driver is not my worst club in the bag. But man, do I envy you guys that that's really the best club in your bag, and you can pretty much go up and just swing away and clobber the ball every single time off the tee dead straight. Now, I don't know about this tree. We're going right over the tallest part of it by the looks of it, but I don't know. I think if we do a bump and run, we're going to catch it anyway. So if I did like a low 7 or 8 iron, it would probably catch it. So I think I'm going to try to go up and over. We've got 108, plus we need another 10. So we're looking at 118. I think I'm going to go pretty much full 52. Maybe choke down just a tad and open it up. There's a good chance this goes up and over the net from how high I'm trying to play this up and over this tree. But I'll take a potential of a lost ball if we can put this on the green from here. That was so thin. We're lucky. I'm assuming that had to have caught the tree. We're lucky it did. That would have been like 20 yards off the back of the green if we didn't hit the tree. All right, in the bunker. So my theory is for these bunker shots, from what I've realized, this is going to play closer to 30-40% reduction versus the 20 that it shows. So granted, that's not a whole lot. We only have 18 yards, so 20%, that would be, we'll call it 4 yards, so 22. But I think that's going to play closer to 24, 26 yards. It seems like the green side bunkers, it's closer to like 30-40%, and then the fairway bunkers, instead of 20%, it's closer to like 25, 30, 35%, somewhere in there. Seems like no matter how I hit them out of these bunkers, they always come up short. So we're going to play pretty close to try to play like a 30-ish yard shot here and see what happens. A little bit left. I popped it up a tad, but that was probably at least 25, so that took off pretty close to, I think, what I was saying about 35-40%, if not 45-50. 15th hole, par 3, 127. Now these are the type of holes where, unfortunately, I think I gained probably, I know like some of you out there, I gained most of my strokes on the par 4s and par 5s especially. These par 3s, however, these short ones, should be the ones where like at least 8 out of 7, 8, if not 9 out of 10 times from 127 yards down 7. So we got a 120 yard shot here. I should be on the green. These are those type of shots where those pros and the people that are scratch golfers and whatnot are just completely next level with their precision. Anything like 150 and in, it's pretty crazy. So 120, we're not going to do what I tried to do before with my full opened up 52. We're going to go pitching wedge and choke down. That's going to be short. Short and left. So bad. .32 yards, 56. A lot of people say you gotta have short-term memory, which you do with golf. You gotta pretty much, no matter if you hit them good or hit them bad, pretty much forget what you just did and focus on the next shot that's ahead of you. But it's kind of tough not to, sometimes you hit a couple real bad ones in a row that starts to creep in, and even the good ones that you sprinkle in there kind of just get washed away and forgotten real quick. Should be vice versa, but might be a tad short, but take the par. 16th hole, par 5. Now we got that water that I was talking about. We're +2 though, so despite having some pretty ugly shots in here, the score isn't absolutely horrendous just yet. This could be a tough one though, because this is right in, luckily, 290. I don't think we're gonna hit a 290, so I'm gonna aim right about there. We should come up just short of this water. Honestly, if I hit one really, really good, hit one 300 plus here and we go into the water, I don't care if I lose a stroke, I'll take that. That was hit decent, a little bit off the heel, kind of low and spinny. Decent tee shot though for the hole. Right in the fairway, short of the water. Got a pretty clean look. We got some trees on the right, but we got a relatively clean look into this green. Looking like, first glance, the green is sloping a little bit from right to left, which should be good because I tend to, if anything, slice my iron. So if we catch the right side of the green, it might come back towards the left a little bit. We got 181, but it's up 12 yards, which is a good amount. So we're at 191, 193. That's between a 6 and a 5. I've been catching them heavy, so I'm gonna go 5 iron. Usually that's a 200 club. 6 iron's 190. I would have to hit my 6 pretty good to get it there. 5, I can afford to hit it a little heavy, catch it a little fat, and it still should come relatively close, I would think. Run the risk of being a little bit long, but looks like we got a mulligan on that. That wasn't horrendous, but that was low on the club face, and I was gonna spray to the right. That probably would have been, I would have had the distance to get there, but we would have had to get lucky with the bounce going from right to left. All right. That's even further right. "35 yards, down once. We need 34 plus, call it another 3-4 yards, so 38-ish. It's gonna roll out a little bit. 38. I'm gonna go 56. That's right between my like 56 and 52 kind of line and decision. Gonna take a little more club here. Try to play it close to 40 yards, see what happens. Popped it up. That might be short left. All right, we got it there, but it was definitely left. +1, that might have been right on the border. That's a generous birdie. '17th hole. All right, we're back to +1. Let's see. Be real happy if we can go birdie par between these two holes. 160 up 7. So I'm gonna go nice smooth 8 iron. See if we can catch any piece of this green here, get out of this one with a par, and then try to get our bird on the next one. I'm assuming it's probably a par 4, par 5 to finish it out. That was one of the better contacts and swings yet. It was a little bit left, but that should be on the green. That one was still not flush, but that was closer to flush. That one I felt like the past 2 shots I was trying to be a little more upright. Probably I've heard a couple people, actually it was one person, but I think it was a lady, she mentioned that if instead of having my hands, I think she was talking more so, I definitely do it with my wedges, my hands being super low and being like slumped over. If I a little more upright with my posture and bring my hands up just a little bit, it'll feel swing wise compared to what I've used to been doing, it'll feel like I'm way too upright, but she was saying the contact should improve, which at least on that shot seemed to be true. All right, par 5. Let's see if we can get this bird here. We're gonna aim, we got trees right in the middle of this fairway, but we're gonna aim right there. Grip and rip the driver. Try to piggyback off that good 8-iron swing. And we did not. That was popped up. That's gonna be lucky if we get 200 yards out of it. .205. Oh boy. I don't think there's any shot we get up and over this tree. The play, I think, might be over here. How far past? Well, that's still a little bit short. All right, we're gonna take that line. That's probably our best bet. We're gonna go there. I'm gonna go the 3, despite what I was talking about before with the 4 hybrid and 3 hybrid. I think I need the extra distance here if I can catch one. Hit it good. It was a little bit right to start. I think we made it through though. Oh, right into that other tree. I hit that decent too. Are we right underneath it? Oh, we're right underneath it to the right. At least we're not right behind the base of it, but there's a good chance we catch these leaves when I hit this, so I don't think I'm gonna play it towards like the back of the green. It's aiming us 38 yards, plus we need, we'll call it 3-4 yards, call it 4, so 42. I think I'm gonna play this one closer to 45-50, because I believe there's a good chance that no matter what I try to do here, it's gonna catch the tree and kill some of this distance. I don't know if that's enough. We got lucky. Not sure we caught the tree either. All right, didn't get our bird, but we got 2 pars in a row. So from Mount Temple Golf Club, let me double check this because I don't remember off the top of my head. Mount Temple Golf Club from Westmeath, Ireland, courtesy again of Plant a Ring, Dean Gannon. Shout out to you for suggesting your local course here. We ended up with a plus 173. We went 35 on the front. Somehow we went even on the front, and then we went 38, so we were plus 1 on the back. Not too bad though. We didn't have any too bad blow-up holes. They were mostly pars. We actually had, we had 4 birdies. We had 5 bogeys, and the rest were pars, so we'll take that. Fairways were low. 4 out of 14 is not great. We want to be at least 7 out of 14. Greens and regulation a little bit better. 8 out of 18 still low. We want to be at least 9 there. And then putts, not too bad. That's closer to 1.5 putts per hole. So ideally we want to get closer to 1 the more rounds we play here, but not too bad. There were some shots. I think I might have figured out a couple things, at least a couple swing feels with being more upright for the wedges and some of my iron shots. That did seem to help on the last few shots here. something kind of clicked with just the way I'm seeing the ball at address, that the club face a little more level seems to help a little bit, at least on those, with consistency. Who knows, I could do that again for the next round and it could all go downhill, and then I somehow I just revert back to what I was doing. But that's kind of what happens when you're experimenting, trying to improve. But that's what I have today. Again, shout out to you, Dean, for the suggestion. I appreciate it. If any of you guys out there that are watching this want me to play your local course, or really any course, par 3 course, 9 holes, 18 holes, super difficult, super easy, something you've never been to, something that you play all the time, just let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe share the video to a friend that you think would like it. It really helps out the channel, and I appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you guys at the next course.